Yo boys, it's Dan. Welcome back to game week number 15 of the Premier League. Now we're getting thick. We're getting so much closer to the FIFA 2022 World Cup in Qatar. And yes, there will be predictions. And who actually the first trim and put trim earlier, boys, to get it all nice and trimmed down. So yeah, that was that. We might have a guest on this week. I'm asking people, but if that, as it stands, I haven't got a guest. But I am asking one of my new designers now to see if they want to jump on and do it, because it might be good. But if not, then there's no guest this week. But yeah, without any further ado, let's get into game week number 15 of the Premier League. Now, the first game we start off with is Leeds United versus Bournemouth. Now, Leeds United. Now, Leeds. Leeds are good. Not as good as Bournemouth. Leeds beat Liverpool last weekend to relieve a little bit of pressure on Jesse Marsh. But the question is, can Leeds do it again against Bournemouth first? Because Bournemouth are decent, but they are beginning to fall at the pace a bit. And I'm gonna go Leeds 1. No, I'm gonna go Leeds 2. Bournemouth 1. I think that Leeds will score a goal, but Bournemouth will give them a game. And now we move to the next game, which is Manchester City versus Fulham. Now, Man City are playing decent again right now. I mean, you can't. I mean, they had no Erling Haaland for last weekend. They got Haaland. They got it out of no. They haven't got Erling Haaland, but he also can get back. I mean, I don't think you can get much past Man City in this game. Like 3-0 Manchester City, like Manchester City 3, Fulham 0. And yeah, that's probably that. That's where we've been at, and it could be even more. Honestly, it could be even more. But yeah, now we move to Nottingham Forest versus Brentford. Now Nottingham Forest got smashed 5-0 by Arsenal on the weekend. Got absolutely shat on by Arsenal 5-0. 5-0 they were. And Brentford again a good footballing. Brentford again are another good, realistic footballing team here. Brentford are a good footballing side. Honestly, Brentford do know how to play football. But Forest, they need to start winning. They need to start winning some games first if they want to put themselves out of trouble. With Leeds winning at first, with Leicester and Leeds both winning. So Leeds getting back into winning ways again now. I will say it will be Nottingham Forest 1, Brentford 1. Brentford have had the odd few missed chances here and there. And now we move to Wolves versus Brighton. Now Wolves are in advanced talks with Julian Locatelli, former Real Madrid, former Spanish national manager. They could get him in, which could be a good move for them. But I mean, Wolves' main problem is their goals. Like, they cannot seem to score goals at the moment. Wolves' problem is goals. Like, Wolves cannot score goals. I'm being serious like now. Wolves are flailing in terms of goals. They need to score some goals. Do Wolves. But Brighton, what a freaking win against them in Brighton. Like, against Chelsea. What a win that was. Bruno De Zerbi, yeah, but I think it's Bruno De Zerbi. What a win that was for him to get his first win as Brighton manager, and that will give Brighton that extra bit of hope to play some football. And I'm going to go with Brighton and Hove Albion 2, Wolves 0. Yes, that may seem very controversial, but I think it will be that game, that scoreline. And I move to the next game, which is Everton versus Leicester City. Leicester need to start picking up some points. They want to try and claw themselves up into that survival race. Well, they're in survival race, but they're back in the relegation now. And Everton need to put Everton and Wolves. This is a big game at the bottom. This is a big game in terms of the bottom of the table because both teams are really like fighting right now for the bottom of the league right now. And I think that it will be Everton 2, Leicester City 0. So Everton to win 2-0 in this game. I mean, probably one of the big games of the weekend. Chelsea versus Arsenal. Now, Chelsea lost for the first time. They lost under Graham Potter in the Premier League and in all competitions as well. And Arsenal thumped Forest 5-0. Can anyone stop Arsenal right now at the moment? Can anyone stop Arsenal from winning absolutely right now? I'm not sure they can do. Honestly, I don't think anyone can stop Arsenal from winning right this season. But at some point somebody is, but I'm going to go for it here. In this game, I'm going to go Chelsea 2, Arsenal 1. Because I do think that Arsenal will falter and Chelsea will win. Now you move to Unai Emery to Aston Villa versus Manchester United. Yes, you've heard it correct. Unai Emery is now in charge of Aston Villa. And oh my god, he could be honestly the way he plays his football is just he like torments teams. He's one of these like tormentors who absolutely like he plays the attacking way of football. He plays he plays something like the United way of football, but it's gonna be United again. What a win against West Ham last weekend. That boys, explain how on earth is David De Gea not in the Spanish squad for the World Cup? Explain it to me, please. Explain it to me, please. Just explain that. How is De Gea not in this team? And that's good. And now with Bukayo Saka injured, can Marcus Rashford get his face? Can Rashford get himself into that World Cup squad? Hopefully he can do, because he is on some form right now as Marcus Rashford. Honestly, he is so sick right now, honestly. Can he get himself to the World Cup? He's 25, he's in the form of his life right now. And I'm going to go Manchester United to win this game 2-1. But boy, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be straightforward against Emery's team. We've come up against Emery before against Villarreal and he's done something in the shootout, because that's just... Let's try and avoid that and let's focus on this Premier League game, and I move to Southampton versus Newcastle. Again, two teams, Newcastle, oh my god. Can we just say Newcastle are playing some football? They're currently, I think they're 4th in the league and they're playing some football. I don't know what, but Newcastle are a massive dark horse for top 6. Well, I don't think they're a dark horse anymore. I think they're still establishing themselves in this top half of the season this year. Maybe Conference League next season, maybe even Europa League next season, honestly. I don't know. I don't even know what now. So hard to tell. Southampton, they're not the best form. Southampton are not in the best form. And I'm going to go Newcastle to win 2-1. And Miguel Almiron will probably score, because Miguel Almiron always, I mean, Almiron's form right now is just insane. He's been scoring goals for, I think, fun at the moment. I think it's like 5 in 6 or 6 in 7, I'm not sure what it is, but Almiron's scoring goals for absolute fun at the moment. And we reach the penultimate game, which is West Ham versus Crystal Palace. Now, I don't know what will happen in this game. West Ham, They were playing good up to the Man United defeat. But Palace, they're also in good form as well. Palace are also in good form. And I'm going to say West Ham will win 2-0 to West Ham United. They want to bounce back on the defeat to Manchester United. No move to the last game, and which is probably the biggest game of the weekend. Spurs versus Liverpool. As we are aware, Liverpool's form has not been the greatest this season so far. Spurs, they're up there right now. Spurs are up there fighting for not necessarily the league, but for a Champions League spot. They definitely are. What on earth that group? If you didn't watch the Champions League on Tuesday night, what on earth was that all about? Spurs almost bottled it. Spurs needed a draw, and they almost messed it up. Liverpool, I'm gonna go for a shock. I'm going for a goal fest, 3-2 to Spurs. And that will bring this game week 15 to the nut. I don't know how many more game weeks there will be before the Qatar World Cup, because that starts on the 20th of November, which is 28 days away. We are counting down the days to the FIFA World Cup. And yes, there will be live reactions of England's games and weekly, and predictions. A lot of predictions from the group stages, all the group stages to the final, and there'll be live reactions. Can we get to 200 subs? As time of filming, we are 11 away. I'll see you all in the next video, which will be on. I don't know when that'll be. I'm working around the clock trying to get out an NTM episode, but yeah, that will be out hopefully soon. But until then, I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully your team as well this weekend, and I'll see you boys in the next video. Peace out.